Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this new English class. This class is for the third intermediate. It's the second semester. The subject is English Full Blast 6. The lesson is 1C, Hot of the Press. It is dealing with the first part of the lesson, read and vocabulary. The lesson was prepared and will be presented by Mrs. I'tidal Al-Ghamdi. The objectives for today's lessons are read an activity and activate background knowledge. We are going to see some activities and we are going to see what do we have as a previous information. Then we are going to identify words related to the context of a magazine. We are going to know words or new words about different magazines. And we are going to read for specific information. Last, we are going to use words related to the context of a magazine. Okay, let's start. As a warm-up, do you like comic magazines? Do you like to read these comic magazines? We have different types of comic magazines. It's more of a hilarious ones. Yes, it's funny. Do you like reading them? A lot of teenagers like to read these comic magazines. Very good. Now look at these pictures and let's see. Do you know the difference? Which one of the following magazine is an old version and which one is a new version? Yes, the magazines long ago, see, we have it black and white. We have it on paper. The material of the paper itself seems old. Yes. Now we have it more as e-magazines. Yes, it's e-magazines, electronic magazines. We don't now buy paper magazines, rarely actually, but we have it more of an electronic versions. Yes, very good. Okay, let's start our lesson. Now we are going to discuss these pictures before we start the reading segment. We are going to discuss this picture. Look at the pictures and read. Do you think that writing a magazine has a certain process? Let's try to rearrange the sequence of the pictures. Before we say anything, do you think writing a magazine has a certain process? Anything in this world has a certain process. You cannot give a final version of anything without going through different procedures or process. So, in these pictures, we have the process of writing a magazine. Can we do the sequence together? Let's start. Usually, what do we have? As a beginner, we have a meeting. Yes, editors, writers, photographers, they meet up together in order to discuss what are they going to talk about or the topics of the magazine. Yes, so number one will be the meeting of the photographers. Number two, what do you think? Very good. It's B. They sit and they discuss the topics, the pictures that they are going to add, the articles that they are going to add in this magazine. So, number two is also a meeting together in order to discuss the articles. Very good. Number three. Yes, very good. We have here what we call the graphic designers. They sit and they put the layouts for the magazine. What are they going to design the picture? How is it going to look like? So number three is the graphic designer's work. Number four. Yes, they start printing. Yes, very good. Number four is the printing process. And number five is last but not least is when they deliver these magazines to the places, maybe to the shops. If you're a member, they can deliver it to your house. So number five. Very good. Now, we're going to listen to the audio. Before we start, look at the topic. It's called Planet Earth. Planet Earth. So they are going to speak about Planet Earth. This is what we call the article or the magazine's article. Listen carefully and see the process of writing a magazine. How is the process of writing a magazine? Let's start.
Planet Earth. Behind the scenes. This week, Planet Earth shows you how the nation's greenest magazine is created. 1. C. First of all, writers and editors get together for a big meeting. Possible topics such as global warming or recycling are discussed, as well as ideas for articles for the next.
Okay, so Planet Earth is going to be the magazine itself. Yes, it's a global magazine. It speaks more of global issues. Yes, very good. So they are going to discuss what they are going to write about and what is the topic going to be and what is the articles for the next issue. Okay, very good. Now number 2. Listen carefully.
2. B. Reporters and photographers get to work. Lots of scientists and researchers as well as ordinary people are interviewed. Photographs are taken and articles are written. 3. A. Graphic designers plan and design the layout of the magazine on computers and try to make every page look professional and appealing. This involves inserting pictures and photos, changing fonts, and doing all that's necessary to get the visual result the company wants. Lots of changes are made at this stage to make sure everything is perfect.
Okay, here the reporters and the photographers get to work together. Then they have the researchers as well as ordinary people are interviewed. The interviews, all the work happens in the second process. It's all the basic work happens here at this process. They gather the material itself for the magazine. Afterwards, the graphic organizer starts and making it look nice for the reader. He works on the design of the magazine here on this picture. He works on the pages of each magazine and then he inserts pictures, photos. He works on the handwriting or the writing itself. He changes the type of writing and he makes it appealing, which means attractive for the reader. Yes, very good. He makes it nice for the reader. Listen carefully now.
4. D. The magazine is saved on a disc and sent to the printers. Then a few copies are printed and they are checked for any spelling mistakes or other errors. After that, thousands of copies are printed and packaged in boxes. 5. E. Lastly, the magazines are delivered to shops and sold all over the country. Then you can buy them and enjoy them.
Okay, the magazine is saved on a disk. After the graphic designer finishes and gathered all the material and he put it in a different design, then the magazine will be saved on a disk and sent to the printers. It will be printed out. Few copies are printed. Before they print the whole thing, they print few copies and then they recheck them once again for spelling mistakes or other errors. The word errors here means mistakes. It's another synonym for the word mistakes. After that, after they finish editing everything or correcting every mistake, they print thousands of copies and then they package them in boxes. Last but not least, the magazines are delivered to shops and sold all over the country. Then you can buy them and enjoy them. You can buy afterwards these magazines and start reading them and enjoying the topics that they have. Okay, now read again and answer the questions. What do people usually or what do they discuss at the first meeting? Let's go back and see what do they discuss in the first meeting. First of all, writers and editors get together for a big meet. Possible topics such as global warming or recycling, and ideas for articles for the next issue. So possible topics and articles for the next issue. So usually they speak about possible topics and articles for the next issue. Okay. Who designs the layout of the magazine? Number 2, who designs the layout of the magazine? Very good, the graphic designers. Yes, very good. How do they send the magazine to the printers? How? How is it sent? Excellent. It is saved on the disk. They save it on a disk. Very good. Great job. Excellent. Now, what happens after they print the magazines? Very good. The magazines are packaged in boxes in order to deliver them. Yes, very good. Where do they deliver the magazines? Excellent, to the shops all over the country. They deliver them to shops all over the country. Excellent. Very good. Great job. Excellent. Now, we're going to look at the vocabulary. We have here numbers and we have copies of magazines. So what do we call this? It is called an issue. Yes, an issue. When I say the next issue, it means the number of copies. You have a first issue is the first copy. The second copy is, so we have the number of issues. We have different serial of numbers. Yes, very good. You see something here? It's yes, it's the universe, or what we call the worldwide. We have the world map. We have people. So this is what we call global, worldwide. Yes, global. When you have something international, we call it global. Very good. Now, we actually love this. We use it a lot when we like something. It becomes more attractive. Then it is called appealing. Excellent, appealing. When you have a mistake or something wrong, what do we call it? Errors. Yes, very good. Errors. Excellent. Now, we are going to read again and answer these questions. We have the word issue, printed, deliver, appealing, errors, interviewed, and global. Issue is the number of copies. Printed is when you print something, you make it more of a paperwork. Yes. Deliver, you take it to the place. Appealing, attractive and nice. Errors, mistakes. Interviewed is when you have two people meeting together for some kind of work. You interview. And then we have the word global, means more of an international thing. So let's start. Number 1. Some supermarkets offer to blank your shopping to your home. Yes, when they bring something, so they deliver. Yes, very good. Deliver your shopping to your home. This is the 10,000 of this magazine. So it's a number. So what do we call? Yes, issue. Very good. Okay. Number 3, the reporter, blank, Dr. Ethan Mack for Science Plus magazine. The reporter. So we have two people meeting. So what do we call this? Interviewed. Very good. Interviewed. You should check your work for blank before printing it. Yes, it should be correct. So you should check it for errors. Excellent. Excellent. Great job. Very good. Great job. Let's look at the second part. During the meeting, the editors of the magazine decided to write about global warming. Very good. We have a problem. It's called the global warming. Yes. Okay. It's a global thing. It's an issue. It's an issue which is very, very important now. How can I make my project more? You want it to be more nice, more attractive? Yes, more appealing. Very good. Appealing. Every card in this shop is blank with a special message. So when we have the writing process on a paper is Printed. Yes, very good. It is printed with a special message. Excellent. Very good. Great job. Excellent. Very good. Okay, let's go over the words. Issue, printed, deliver, appealing, errors, interviewed, and global. Words related to magazines. The word issue, appealing, global, error, and global. These are words related to magazines. To sum up our lesson for today, we have the words issue, appealing, errors, and global. Very good. Thank you for attending this lesson. Our reference for today were Full Blast 6 Students Books, Full Blast 6 Teacher's Guide, Full Blast 6 Audio, Google Clip Arts for pictures. Thank you for attending once again. Hope you have enjoyed this lesson, Mrs. I'tidal Al-Ghamdi.